brightness. Okay, so it just is what it is, I guess. It's gonna go in and out. So here we are. Okay, so I was sitting here, right? Well, okay, I took a nap. Okay, usually starts with a nap. I took a nap, then I woke up, and then I heard go to Revelations, right? So I started reading Revelations in the Bible, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy because I be saying things, and then the divine be making me backtrack. Like, okay, remember you said in that reading. For a lot of you guys, what you need to know is like I don't watch my readings really after I post them. I don't do that. So when I'm guided to go back to a reading that I did, um, there's something for me to learn too. Again, I'm just the messenger. I'm just being used to give a message, right? So sometimes I gotta go and see what I need to see as well. But whatever that was supposed to mean. Okay, I got this download about Revelations, and as we all know, Revelations is the last book in the Bible. And then I started thinking like when we reach is like done. It's like okay, once the objective has been met, once the goal has been reached and attained, like what happens? Like what happens after Revelations? That's what I really want to know. I don't know if y'all have had these thoughts too. Like, okay, that's the end. We know we've seen, but now what's the beginning? Here we go. Chosen ones. Okay, it's gonna get deep. You guys are getting a lot of signs right now, a lot of symbols right now, a lot of synchronicity right now, a lot of downloads right now about this time in particular. Everyone has been talking about the new beginning, right? And I don't really think people are grasping the correlation. It's on a grand scale. So everyone's talking about this new earth energy and this and that. Now let's talk about the previous earth or the past earth because a lot of us are already in the energy of the new earth. Higher vibrations pretty much is what that means. Okay, it's not a whole new world. It's a higher frequency in which we exist in the current world, right? Which makes it a new world, okay? If you get it, you get it. But there was this emphasis before on the older way of doing things. Everything was centered around 3D things, money, what a person has, what a person can accumulate, how a person looks to the outside. Everything was very superficial. And the Bible also talks very much so about superficiality and not falling into traps that are set. Y'all take that as it resonates. This new earth energy is an energy of divinity, of true divine essence, true earth angels pulling down source. What does this mean? For you guys who are the spiritual teachers, like myself, like many others that are earth angels that are spiritual teachers, okay? There's a reason I've been talking about you're in your north node. You're in your purpose. You are ascending to your position. Now you are in your position of your purpose. So now you're moving in your purpose, which means everything you do at this point is on purpose. Okay? For the purpose. Now, we're going to talk about this purpose here. Earth angels that are spiritual teachers. For those of us who are prophetesses and prophets, right? You'll know that you are such because you were called to give messages to a collective of people. Warnings, predictions. Now, I'm not talking about the false prophets, we'll talk about them. But really, people who God has called to go through certain situations by themselves, hermit mode. So, when you guys were in that isolation season, when you were getting your faith, when you were growing in your divinity, which actually equates to power, right? 3D people think of the magician as the creator, but the Hierophant is the creator, meaning the Most High is the creator of all magic. We are just able to access this magic through our faith. We are able to witness God's power through our faith. You see, what I'm trying to get at here is for you earth angels, you went through your season of solitude. You went through your season of isolation. Okay, you went through your season of persecution. You went through your season of harsh judgment. Like, you did a lot of these things by yourself. And for some of you guys, you were physically by in your situation to rise up to some form of occasion. And some of you guys are like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, why is everything changing for me? And God was like handpicking and selecting you for a very, very, very big purpose. Someone has recently asked, what is my purpose? Maybe that's the reason for this message. Someone really wants to know, what is their divine purpose? And the one thing that I'm realizing here with the divine purpose for you guys that are earth angels that have gone through so much harshness, right? It's because you too are to be, I keep hearing, a testament to what God had said was happening. Let me say this. The earth angel is the witness that comes to give the message to whoever is listening when it comes to what is about to take place. Now, how is an earth angel a witness to what God says is going to happen, right? All of this faith building, all of this love, all of this divinity that has been being poured into you in your time of isolation, of self-healing, you guys have witnessed for yourselves without the outside world giving you confirmation of the things that God had spoken to you, things that different things God said was going to happen for you. A lot of you guys have been manifesting you and God together, and God has been showing you your power, right? Okay. So this isn't someone who's unsure, shaky. Nah, you know what you know. You know. Okay. So now it's a season where what's happening as we enter into this new, right, is that y'all have seen the old way. The people that I'm picking up on, you've seen the old way. God has showed you how to get yourself out of the old way of being, thinking, doing. You understand? A lot of you guys are being raised up again, chosen teachers out here. Okay? Because now there's this energy here of the believers or the other people. Like, I'm hearing like the church energy. Like, a lot of you guys are responsible to continue to give messages to collectives of people, right? And it's for this purpose. It's for the purpose of what the Bible said, confirmation. And if you think deeply about it, from beginning to end of the Bible, a lot of you, like I said the other day, these things have been biblical for you. Every chosen divine person that is in their purpose has a responsibility. They are given authority and they have responsibility. And their responsibility in their divine purpose, right, is to awaken as many people to their divinity or awaken as many people to the truth of God as possible. Why? Judgment. What is judgment? Let's talk revelations. Revelation is literally judgment. It's literally judgment. It's literally God saying, okay, I'm sending out my prophets, my prophetesses. I am allowing them to speak to the masses. I'm allowing them to plant seeds in their soul that are going to free them for what is about to happen. I am allowing people to have a second chance at life. I am allowing people to get on the right foot. I am allowing people to change their ways. Why is this happening? Because there is a direct correlation between the old and what is here now in the new. And the things of the old cannot cross into the new, is what God is saying. So when we give these messages, we ain't out here trying to make people do anything. We're out here letting people know what is happening, that they too need to know. I don't know who's chosen. I don't know who in my collective resonates with me. Like, I don't know none of that. My job is to come on here, speak to people. Whoever gets that divine seed, right? Whoever nurtures that chosen person checked off. That's another person that was able to be saved. That's another soul that has been enlightened. That's another individual that has been set free. What I feel is happening right now when it comes to this revelations energy is chosen ones. You're really going to understand your power. You're really going to understand what that prophecy is. The prophecy is unfolding. regardless if people see it or not, or they want to act like they're blind, whatever. The prophecy is happening. The prophecy that we have been speaking on, the prophecy that you and I are a part of, fellow Earth Angel. Okay? So, I got the energy here when I was tapping into Revelations. I got the energy of the High Priestess and the Temperance. And that makes me think very, very deeply of that hidden knowledge that you guys have been receiving. All right? How you guys have been out here trying to heavily, heavily transmute the energy. How you guys have been called into spaces to be the healing agent, the healing force, the change. Um, the warning. A lot of you guys have, you don't understand that, you know how you have that energy when we be talking about with like the karmic energy of how like these people they be sent to you to, get close to you, whatever, whatever, and then run back to the op or some weird shit. Or the story they be putting out there, that thing. It's like the same thing for you chosen ones. Like when something happens to y'all, it's like you run to God and you report back to God, like what's going on. And for a lot of you guys, God is talking about this prophecy that's being fulfilled that He knew that you were going to be at the forefront of. Like someone has to bring in the new, someone has to make, someone has to co-create the new beginning. So for you Earth Angels out here, okay, who have this knowledge and you are teaching and you are guiding people through this prophecy, that's what we're here to do. We're here to bring love. We're here to bring the power, if you believe it, you believe it, of God into the 3D confirmation. And there is a prophecy that is unfolding right now. Judgment is here. Okay? And this is what I said, that elevation of many chosen individuals. You're evolving to your highest timeline. This is what you came to do here. If you think from where you are now to how you started, everything that you have gone through, all of the things that you saw that you don't know how you were able to see, all of the battles that you got through that you thought you wouldn't, all of the hard times, all of the stress, all of the everything that you went through, right? It's because there was going to come a point in time, divine timing is at play right now, where you are going to have to elevate the souls of others, okay? A lot of people, you guys, are out here free. Seven of Wands is in reverse. God is telling you, Earth Angel, teacher, okay? You are never blocked from this. I feel like a lot of you guys were just not seeing it in totality is what God is saying. But you are out here freeing people, freeing souls. It's God's work. Literally. Y'all out here doing God's work. So when y'all give these messages, right, and you come in as the healing agent, what God is really doing is trying to help these people understand something. You already understand it, but that's why you're the teacher. You understand? Okay. When it comes to the chosen individuals with this Two of Cups, this connection that you guys have, okay, with the divine, with spirit, whoever, it was all destined to occur. You guys were chosen to have this level of connection, this deep understanding and knowledge of Most High, Spirit, everything that you guys have learned, okay? You guys have been students. Now, some of you guys are just really getting into your purpose as a spiritual teacher and really taking this seriously. And God is saying that is what you are supposed to be doing. A lot of you guys dealt with a lot of this energy. And this is a lot of the energy that was being sent into the collective when it comes to chosen ones, because we are so empathic, right? We are so empathic that we feel the energy. So when people were trying to confuse the teachers, okay, when people were trying to confuse the teachers, their go-to was the magic, was the smoke screens, was the lies, was the, oh, they're crazy, they don't know what they're talking about, oh, they're blah, blah, blah. Ain't nothing crazy about what's actually true, right? So with this Ace of Pentacles and the Tower, this is that new beginning. This is that shift. This is that new earth energy. And what it's doing is it's setting very many people free. People don't realize the Fool card talks about freedom, being free to move about in a new way in your life. Eight of Swords reversed with the Fool card. This is all about purpose. We have the Hierophant, the Judgment, the Star, the Temperance, the Magician, the Fool. Somebody out here is in their purpose. Somebody answered their call, whatever that is. So for you, if you're a spiritual teacher and God was like, listen, this is what's about to happen, I need you to, do this and this and that, you'll know your direction. And you are someone that is responsible for bringing in this shift, this paradigm shift. This your presence is just a gift, and because the things that you offer here, right? Your gifts. God is saying this is what's able to actualize these things into the physical. We all know the Hierophant is 3D energy as well. Okay? So for a lot of you guys, what your calling and your purpose actually was, okay, was to just bring more love and light. Just bring more love and light. Because with the love and light that you bring, it's divine. You understand? And you're a healer. And you're needed. And yes, some of the people that need you are some of the darkest of the dark. God knew that, though. That's also why he told you how to protect yourself spiritually. This is also why you learned you learned about magic through the use of magic on you. God is saying not because you played with magic. You understand? You learned because of what you went through. You allowed what you went through to help to grow you, God is saying. So when it comes to this like magician energy that I keep picking up on, because people just gotta be magicians out here or think they're magicians, but whatever. Some of you guys literally manifest the power of God. Like everything you want, God's gonna bring. Everything you ask for, you get. You are spoiled, is what I heard. Some of you guys, I just heard God's favorite. Whoever you are, God has many favorites. But you're spoiled. God spoils you. God spoils and blesses those that love you. There's energy here of what's happening is this love. I just feel divine love here. I feel like this ascension that many people are going is changing a lot of realities. I believe a lot of people believe in God, right? But a lot of people can't actualize God in their life. And I think that has a lot to do with church. I think that has a lot to do with thinking there's a man in the sky in the clouds, that we'll never get close to, that we'll never have a real bond with, that we can never know too personally or too intimately. And that's the biggest misconception. I feel that for me, church has taught me how to chase after God, how to make God love me type energy. And that's not how it works. Everybody has the opportunity to have a one-on-one connection with the Creator. And for those of us who it's literally been, I'm seeing the Ace of Wands, like peek into us, okay, that we are not alone. We've seen this firsthand. So I'm seeing the Ace of Wands. Well, I don't have the Ace of Wands, but I keep saying it. So I'm seeing the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles out here. So before it was like this energy. Remember we talk about too, I keep talking about the reward. There's some form of reward here that is coming in collectively as well. And I don't know what this is, but it's a big one. It's a big one. With the Star card and the Ace of Pentacles, it's a big one. Okay? Some of you guys, you don't know what this is yet. And I feel like this is meant to be a surprise to you. Okay? This is meant to be something that is a surprise to you. So whatever this is, Divine has something in store for you. I'm talking to, at this point right now, a spiritual teacher, okay? A true earth angel. If you know. You've been putting the work out here. You've been spreading the messages. You've been trying to stay out of the low vibrations. You've been trying to change what you've been doing. You've been trying to change how you interact with people, speak with people, deal with people, confirmation. Okay, God is talking to you. You've endured a lot. You've gone through many towers at the hands of other people. Okay? And now what's happening is a restoration for you, chosen teacher. Now, for the chosen people that are meant to wake up, what you are going through is seeing a paradigm shift in front of you. This is something that I know hasn't been seen before. The beautiful thing about this is co-creation. When you can see it unfolding in front of you. Like, I can see what the divine is doing. I can see how the divine is using people for a purpose. And I can see what happens when people that choose to align with the purpose that the divine is using them for, how it greatly impacts their life, their health, their circumstances. You know, in the old, everyone was so worried about money, surviving. I gotta get by. I gotta work till I die. I gotta do this. I gotta do that to pay the bills. And it's like in this new energy, health is wealth. So if you have not been focusing on your health, you have no wealth. It's like I also heard wealth transfer. A lot of you guys, there's a wealth transfer, abundance transfer. That's all energy. Okay? And this is happening because God said in Revelations, if you read the book, that in the new, where we are, the blessings that were bestowed upon you would be given to you by Him who is going before you. Okay. If that makes sense, it makes sense. But you're heading into something beautiful. This collective is heading into something beautiful. And what happens to the individuals that chose not to awaken, right? Transfer. That's it. That's what I heard. Transfer. So if the people were doing, you know, the craziest shit to get ahead, to stay afloat, to whatever the case, that shit's being snatched. Because the divine is saying something here, like the focus, what the focus is. If the focus has been on negativity, if the focus has been on stealing, if the focus has been on like backdoor antics, if the focus has been corruption, if the focus has been harming y'all, if the focus has been, you know, doing anything negative to the chosen ones who were called to put themselves out here on the front line for a higher purpose in our calling, those things are getting snatched. Because God said, touch not my anointed and do no harm to my prophets. And He means what He says. So when I told you guys to get on board, to pick a side, to realize what was going on in this collective, what I was actually telling you guys back then was what's happening right now is those people with pure hearts, pure intention, that have been dogged out by this reality, this old way of being, are going to be restored, rejuvenated, replenished. They are going to get the favor. They are going to get the gifts. They are going to get the presence. They are going to get the protection. They are going to get the love. They are going to get everything that the old tried to take from them. They're getting it back, restored. God says if He takes something from you and it comes back restored. If God takes something away from you and it does not come back, it was not for you. Attract, not chase. What's meant for you, God's saying, will always be yours. There were certain people that, you know, you thought were meant to be around you, and God was saying, for a time, I don't like calling people placeholders, but for a time, because God knows you still need people. But God knew where you were going. These people weren't going. And I don't say that to be negative or anything like that, but there's just people that ain't going where you're going. It's evident. God said they do not deserve a seat at your table, chosen one. And this message may be offensive to some, but it's only offensive if you're an individual that knows what you have done to a chosen one. So somebody might need to read Revelations, because regardless of what's going on, regardless of what the physical reality is telling and showing you, there is a new thing that's happening here. And connections that are going to be forming are going to be connections that are guided by spirit, that are divine, that are high vibrational, and people are going to come together for a purpose. Now the relationships that are forming are for a purpose. They served their purpose, those old ones, those old connections, those old lessons, those old karmic tests. They served their purpose. That's over. I don't know if anybody's getting what I'm saying. That's over. It's like Revelations has happened, it's over. So that's why I started the beginning with what happens after Revelations. What happens after we complete the mission? the new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. And this Ace of Pentacles, it's something that is unknown because it's new. No one knows what this is, but it is coming into the 3D. It's a higher way of being. Seven of Wands in reverse. Someone was trying to gatekeep you or block you in the spirit, is what I heard from, I don't know this. I keep getting this visual of like the pillars or doors or walking through. Remember I said a couple weeks ago, I said something about walking up the stairs, getting to the top of the stairs, turning around, looking down. There was someone who was like at the top of your stairs. Like, no, you can't get through. Like, I'm getting through. What the fuck you talking about? That's what I heard. There's something like that that was going on, okay? And I feel like whoever this was in your energy is unsuccessful. Unsuccessful at doing that, at stopping you from getting into your purpose or stopping you from reaching your fullest potential. Or, you know, God power comes when you realize, okay, the power that you were granted. And it's like no one can confirm for you your God power. No one can tell you what you can and can't do with your faith. It's like if God tells you to do this, there's no one that can say that you're too weak to do it. There's something here about listening to the guidance, and I feel like I'm talking to those that are being called to. There's a different type of, now I'm getting divine masculine presence that's taking form. I don't know, something here, there's a lot going on. But, all right, what else? We need to know on most side when it comes to this revelations. I said I saw the Ace of Wands. A spark, a divine spark. Y'all are going to get a download. As above, so below. Wow. As above, so below. This is what y'all manifested in your co-creation. Making sure that no one had to be stuck in a place of lack. Again, when we plant seeds, it's on the person to allow them to grow. But if you are someone who is like me, who has consciously been aware of telling the collective about getting out of lack and how it's a mindset and this and that, and it has nothing to do with money, you know, whatever the case, then here's this energy right here of the Five of Pentacles going in reverse and a lot of justice coming because of that. Meaning if you are in a place of lack, right, you don't deserve, or so you feel. You feel you don't deserve what was divinely meant for you. And this has been a battle for a lot of y'all. Y'all been facing some dark principalities. Y'all been facing like coming up against fucking hidden enemies in your face. It seems like everyone's becoming an enemy, whatever. And you've been feeling really alone. But God is saying that Five of Pentacles energy is you were supposed to be. People walked away from you. They were supposed to. Because those aren't your people. It's like God said everybody couldn't go with you. So God had to show you who could come with you. And it's not the people that chose not to do the work. It's not the people that chose to sit back and watch you struggle and watch you carry all the burdens and bless them. It's not those people. Some of these people that left you, they got their last blessing when they left you. And they will receive no more blessings from you per se, but they can still be blessed. Okay? Knight of Pentacles. For a lot of you guys, when I see the Knight of Pentacles, it talks about, you know, a long time coming, right? I feel like God is saying something about this prophecy being fulfilled. It's been taking a long time. It's been taking a long time because not only does the chosen one have to wake up, the chosen one then has to wake up other chosen ones. And then when those other chosen ones wake up, it's like in the spirit, there's like this spiritual huddle. And I just see mad chosen individuals, mad leaders, okay? Mad, like, true alchemists, earth angels, healers, like, truly talking in the spirit about what they need to do. It's like I see like five, let's just say I see like five different people. I'm just saying, like, I don't see this right now, but I'm saying, let's just say I see five people, right? They talking. Okay, yeah, I got a platform and I talk about this and I do this, but I think with what's going on, I need to switch it up to this. Okay, cool, I got it. Now what are you going to talk about? Like, how are you going to get that message out? Okay, good, you do that. Then I see the other one over here, like, and I'm going to do this like that. It's like you guys are having that spiritual huddle and understanding the grander purpose. We all have an individual purpose. But those of us with the individual purpose, our purpose is not to be alone. It was to be alone for a season. God needed to season us in the spirit before he could place us in position with others who were just as seasoned. And when we became seasoned together as a whole soul family, soul tribe, we gathered together. Now here we are in these public spaces giving these messages to awaken the masses in the same ways in which we were awakened, but different. Because what we are called to do is not to project limitation. We're not called to project fear. We're not called to project negative energy. There's a difference with a true healer and a true earth angel that you must know than just a tarot card reader or a psychic. Psychics, tarot card readers, yeah, they can look at some cards, flip some cards, get some energy. But not every tarot card reader or psychic medium is tapped into divine source. And I've said this many times. There are many tarot card readers who are not divine, and it's fine. The problem comes in when they say that they are, because that is the misconception. Now, with that being said, for you tarot card readers out here who are divine, who are healing through your messages, and you have had to talk about some things, and you have had to question yourself, and you have had to say, God, I don't want to look like this. I don't want to appear to be this type of person. I don't want people to think I'm angry. I don't want people to think I have no emotion. I don't want people to think that I don't care. I don't want people to think that I want, pain and destruction. But the messages that God was calling you to give were some of the messages that needed to be given. And here's the thing that I say. You can take that burden off now. People don't realize and understand that when you have true gifts, it's not just about lollipops and sunshine and telling people what they want to hear. It comes with speaking some things that may put us in a space of not feeling sure. Because people don't understand we are still in this world. We understand the harsh judgments of other people. For those of you guys who have been standing in your power, I want to apologize to you for what you have gone through. And I also want to congratulate you on you not giving up. Some people go into this dark space when they go through their night of the soul and they stay there. They stay in the moon, 7 of cups, 2 of swords. And then other people who have a purpose realize there's a purpose for the darkness. There's a purpose in what I'm going through. I'm going to grow through what I'm going through. So for those of you guys that grew through what you went through and then went on to help other people grow through what they're going through at the same time, hats off to you is what the divine is saying to you. It's never been about you. You thought it was about you. God said it was never about you. It was about you and everyone else as well. 4 of swords. Okay? Healing. I'm getting the energy of God saying, thank you for doing the work on healing. Some of you guys, you have mastered your healing. You're a master healer. Somebody out here is a master healer as well. You'll know if that's you. You've already been told. You've already been told. All right? For those of you guys out here who are mediums, you need to tap into that energy. Okay? You need to really tap into that energy because I feel like you will be extremely powerful with connecting with the other side. Or there is someone on the other side that has a message for you. And if you'd like a mediumship reading, hit me up. Moon in reverse. Magician. Okay? A lot of illusions are just done. Curses, hexes, all that, death magic, all that shit people was doing, that shit's over with. The magician with the death, no longer will this magic be something that can be played with and or touched. High Priestess. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And if anyone out here is trying to spiritually attack a High Priestess with death magic, you need to stop. The connection that this person has with the divine is too strong. God is telling it's a wasted investment to try to harm his prophet. Whoever you are, if you're a prophet and you've been dealing with this, You know, don't think that it's not seen. Okay? And that's the truth. You know what's going on. You feel it. You know who you are. Okay? You know what's going on. All right, what else do we need to know when it comes to revelations? The Emperor, confirmation. Yeah, Divine Masculine's waking up too. I said it. Divine Masculine's been soul searching. So Divine Feminine, you're growing and evolving and you raising your vibration. You know, you are attracting the energy in which you put out. Right? That's how the Empress, that's what the Empress does, right? The Empress has their own garden. The Empress works hand in hand with the universe and the divine. The universe, I feel like the Empress is the world, right? And I feel like the world protects the Empress. It's an energy thing. So anything that is divine in this world protects the Divine Feminine. Same with the Divine Masculine. And I'm getting this energy of Divine Masculine has been in hermit mode, getting enlightenment. And I feel like Divine Masculine is answering his soul call, whatever that is for him. He may have rejected it in the past, but God is saying it took a long time as well for this masculine to come to terms with the fact that they too are a part of the prophecy. Okay? What does God want the Divine Masculine collective to know? Because we always be talking about Divine Feminines. So God, what are you saying to Divine Masculine right now? Oh. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. I heard you can have the money and the love. I don't know what this is, but we know Divine Masculines are 3D by nature. They are. It's never going to change. It don't matter how much healing they do. They're meant to be 3D. Why? Because they're the protector. You see, Divine Feminine, you are the spiritual protector. They are the physical protector. It's how it's meant to be. You block, you see in the spirit. They do too. You guys share, you know, information, divine knowledge, wisdom, right? That's your connection. You're meant to do that. But the Divine Masculine is meant to be the figure in the physical that keeps you grounded. And I feel like there's a Divine Masculine that's within your energy that is tapping into the space of love. And I'm not talking about like lustful love. I'm talking about their own divinity. And it's leading them to a Divine Feminine in the physical. And I feel like there's about to be a complete shift when it comes to the masculine energy as well in this world. That's the thing. We're always talking about Divine Feminines, and I don't give my Divine Masculines enough credit. But I just go where the message goes. I don't do it on purpose. Divine Masculines are more so private individuals, and if you see their energy, you know their energy. But the Divine Masculines are not very showy. They don't brag, boast, and do all this other stuff. A lot of things they do, it's hermit mode. You know, Divine Masculines move in silence for a purpose. There's a reason it's mostly Divine Feminines that do tarot and all these other things. Divine Masculines are meant to play the background in a way. They're meant to protect you. So whatever this energy is, I feel like God is creating more protectors. I remember saying a couple weeks ago too, like, it's time for these men to boss up. And I'm not just talking about get more money. I'm talking about it's time for these men to tap more into their emotions. It's time for these men to understand their place in society and their role when it comes to women. The role of a man in a woman's life is to what? Love, nurture, protect, provide. Not dominate, control, manipulate, fool, trick, play games with. There's Divine Masculines that are waking up to their true power. That's what's happening. They're seeing the truth. Some of these Divine Masculines may be cold right now, maybe detached right now, but they're focused on a mission. They got a mission. Okay? God knows what that is. And they do too. Yeah, Two of Swords. Yeah, Divine Masculines are like, that's it, no more. You don't need to say no more. Okay, I got it. Divine Masculines like, all right. I'm telling you, the Divine Masculines, all I'm going to say about them at this point is they've waken up. The King of Wands is a visionary. The King of Wands is a leader. The King of Wands is a hustler. This person is waking up to their divinity. This person is waking up to their seat on the throne. This person is waking up to their healing capabilities. This person is waking up to their calm. So there's men that are waking up too, okay? Yes, y'all get some love too. Y'all are making changes. Yeah. and you're working hard at it. Eight of Pentacles. This is pretty much how it's supposed to go. You both put in the work, the men and the women. It's not the women slaving and the men receiving. Nah, it's men and women equally doing the work on themselves, becoming whole, right? Choosing their path, giving to each other individually, allowing the universe to give to them, and allowing at some point in time the space to give to each other. All right? There's a lot that's happening right now, but it's all surrounded with this energy of love. Okay? High Priestess. A lot of you guys know this is high vibrational. It ain't about the money. It ain't about the dollars. And because you have the wisdom to know that, that's why this wealth transfer is here. Yep, the wealth transfer. That's kind of what this looks like too. A wealth transfer. Taking from one, balancing the scales, giving to another. Because again, as the Bible says, the reward is with God. And he will give according to those what they have earned. Seven of Swords in reverse. So whoever these people are, God is saying that think they took something from you. Like I said earlier, it will be snatched from them because you have the power of God over your life, in your life, shining on your life. Okay? And God is telling you to continue to be strong and continue to trust your emotions, your feelings at this time. A lot of you divine feminines are feeling this shift strongly. Okay? It's a very strong and powerful shift, but know that what you guys are doing here, what God is saying is what has been being preached about. Okay? We kept hearing I kept hearing this morning like the second coming, and I'm like, oh God, we're not getting into that. That's too deep. But there's this energy here of all of you guys that have gone through your rebirths. You are the second coming of Christ-like energy in a physical form. Because let's be real, ain't nobody really seen an angel ever. You ain't never seen nobody come up to you with wings on. So the new age energy of the angels is they people. They got invisible wings, but they still sent amongst a multitude of people to help people. This is your calling and your purpose. And however you actualize it for self, that's on you. But I want to say victory and success to all my fellow soul tribe people, to all my real ones, my true prophets and messengers, my true high priests and high priestesses, seen or unseen, known or unknown. The divine in me sees the divine in you. I know there's plenty of people out here with gifts out of this world that don't have platforms. So everyone is not on YouTube. Understand? It's not a thing. Everyone was not called to YouTube. Some people are called to work certain jobs because in that job position, they uplift and inspire and help and pour into many other people. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. As long as you are someone who feels like you are around certain people for a reason, you'll resonate with this part of your purpose. Your purpose doesn't change regardless of what you do for work. It doesn't change. Your purpose is still the purpose. And God will use you in a way that works for you. That's what I believe. A lot of this was growing beyond what you thought possible, you know? Because if God is infinite, like what is actually impossible? Like what's impossible? If you think about that. Hold on. And I've thought of that many times. Be like, so God, you're telling me that if so you're telling me, like, I really be like, no. Like, yeah. Like, and it'd be a thing where sometimes I'd be asking the Most High questions, and instead of like him giving me a response, it'd just be like, I see it the next day. And I'm like, oh, thank you, God. All right, I see you. It's kind of like, don't test me. And even us chosen ones, we get that. Like, God don't like to be checked. Like, he don't like to be tested. Like, the best thing you can do to see God in your life is to test him. And after you test him, I feel like God gives us one good time to test him. Because after that initial testing of God, you don't gotta need to test him no more. That shit's gonna be in your face, clear as day. based off of whatever it was you asked God to show you. There's no person that could hear what you ask God. There's no person that could manipulate an energy to make it feel like God. Like all that witchy weird shit, that's fake as it's fake as hell. God is real. You can't see magic. You can't see God. So do these people think that the magic that they do, that we can see them doing from millions of miles away, we can see them doing it? Are we supposed to think that that has more power over a force that we cannot see? God complex is here. Some people think they're more powerful than God. They be testing them every day. But that's a different message. Sorry. Goodness. All right. We'll just let them keep testing the spirit. That's what they're doing. They're testing the spirit. Eventually they'll stop. All right. I wanted to read something. Hold on. Yeah, but that was the message. That's the why. Because you got a job to do. You got a job to do. You got a job to awaken as many people as possible. You got a job to give people love. You got a job to open up the gates of different areas. You got a job to touch people in very spiritual, wholesome ways. You got a job to heal people. You got a job to eradicate curses. You got a job to eradicate cycles. You got a job to close out dark principalities. You got a job to bring everything faulty to the ground. You got a job to convene with the spirit every day, all day, to know I'm going the right way. You got a job. You got a divine job. And people take it lightly. People take your job lightly, but they want you to think so highly of them when they just people working for other people. And you out here trying to work for the creator and help people. Pay attention. God complex. People want to be God in your life. And that's another thing God's not allowing. No one has power and dominion over a chosen individual of God who is literally in their purpose. They can think it. But that's again why you guys equate it to magic. Domination spells. Tap in. You know the people that are trying to dominate you. Hence the domination spells. I said everyone is not doing rituals. There are people out here who are dominating, not using spells at all. It's all the same thing. A spell is a spell. An intention is a spell. A thought is a spell. A word is a spell. Slander is a spell. Okay. This is why you be careful. Then you ask God to bless you when you speak. You ask God to give you the right words. Because the Ace of Swords is powerful. And again, we've said before with that Ace of Swords, it's a double-edged sword. It must be wielded with divine care. Okay, now, that's what I got. So, I wanted to read something, but for some reason, give me a sec, we'll get there. Oh my gosh, I gotta love how they play with my lights. It's okay. When haven't they played with my lights? Sorry guys, give me a sec, I'm here still. So yeah, this was just a message for those of y'all on your purpose. This is what it was leading up to. And then now. And everything's now. Again, some people can see the new, some people can feel the new, some people are hearing about the new. Everybody's hearing about the new. Everybody's hearing about the awakening, and this is not nothing new, but it's, thank you. It's just transpiring now. And there's some people that are impatient for this to come in as well. Some people have been waiting a long time for this new energy, as you hear. They like, move out the way. I said, move, get out the way. Somebody's trying to get where they gotta go. I feel like this message just helps someone to move in the right direction. It's hard sometimes because we are people. And it's like when we get into this way of being, it's kind of like we will struggle with our 3D mind, our 3D body, because our 3D mind is something that is so ingrained in us. I had a thought the other day where it's like there's really no separation between divine and physical if you think about it, because everything is energy. The physical you can just see, but the divine is still within everything that is physical. So this is something that is being formed and forged together in the here and now. This is divine meeting flesh. This is, again, you guys are being poured into. Some of you guys, there's this heavy energy of an anointing over you right now. I don't know, there's like, I'm getting like the energy of a baptism. Somebody might be like, I don't know, like rebuilding their faith right now. Some of you guys struggled with your purpose because it was like the world was doing too much. And it was like you couldn't focus. And God said, no, use what you're going through. Because it is through great struggle that greatness is formed. God's not going to take someone out of a perfect situation and place them in something terrible. Normally what happens is God takes someone out of a terrible situation and brings them into something beautiful. But it's not just because they don't just get lucky. A lot of you guys, what God is saying is you make it look so easy. But you know what you've gone through has been anything but easy, chosen one. And that's the biggest illusion over you, is that you did some type of weird, sneaky shit to get where you are. That some people are saying about you that you used magic to get where you are. And it's like, how could you use magic to get where you are? You wouldn't be here if you used the magic that they're talking about you using. You wouldn't be divine. So it's a lot of this now back and forth with these false prophets that know they use these things to stop you from seeing the bigger picture. But a lot of times what I'm learning now, chosen ones, as I ascend more, is that these people never really knew what the big picture was. So they're out here talking and promoting all these things, all these promises, 10 of Pentacles and this and that. Ain't nobody seen no money from nothing these people are talking about. Ain't nobody got no bag, no check. Nobody did. So what are they talking about? They're talking physical. They're talking things you can see, taste, touch. We're talking about something deeper. We're talking about the purpose that you guys have to bring in these things. Not by manipulation tactics, not by magic, not by assuming what's to come, but by knowing, by faith, by getting these visions and these downloads, that regardless of what the 3D world appears to look like to you in a moment, it's still happening the way God told you it was happening. God is not changing the path while you're walking it. Now, you may go off your path for a moment, which many chosen people do. Many chosen people go off their path. And a lot of it is because they're not ready yet. The calling is too great. It's too hard. They have no support. They feel alone. This is still that disconnectedness from source. And so for anyone who is on the path that is feeling like this shit's too much, I'm just going to give up. I'm not going to give these messages. I'm not going to be this chosen person. I just want to go back to the old way of living. What I'm telling you is it's going to be very uncomfortable for you to do that. God is not going to allow you in or let you to go back to a previous version of yourself that you have worked so hard to fix. Okay? You got to stay strong. You got to stay strong. You got to be strong. You got to know that you are changing. And the other thing that you guys must know, chosen ones, is just because you are changing doesn't mean everyone else is changing. In Revelations, it says, what does it say? Oh, gosh, I might have to read it. Let those who are whatever continue to be whatever. Let those who are holy continue to be holy. It's like, yes, while y'all were sent into certain spaces, I'm getting downloads, you were sent into certain spaces to heal people, yes. But at the same time, everyone has a free will choice, God is saying. You can't make anyone see a higher side of a situation. You can't make anyone heal their trauma. You can't make anyone look in the mirror and be real with themselves. You can't make anyone do that. That is a free will choice they have to make. But your free will as a chosen earth angel, healer, teacher, is to go into a space, allow people to know the information is there that they need to set themselves free from whatever imposed belief system that they have, and move about your purpose. There's always going to be a space that needs you to do just that. Some of you guys have got the energy of Jesus being a traveler. Some of you guys may have been moving a lot of your life. You've been moving from place to place to place. You feel like you get somewhere and people want you to move out, or people are just weird, and you can't seem to get comfortable in a space because the energy of the spaces that you're in. And the thing is, your vibration is very, very high. It's not always something negative. It's just a lower frequency than you are resonating at with, and you feel these things around you. God is telling you your goal in that situation, no matter if it's where you work, where you live, whatever the case is, that you're around these lower vibrations, is to lift them up. However you do that, whatever is low, it's your job to lift it up. Take that how it resonates. That's your job. That's your divine purpose. And now that you have gone through the dark spaces, the dark times, the dark projections, the dark spell work, the dark thoughts, you have come out into an experience that is leading you to understand, like, damn, wow. Some of you guys are in this phase of your journey right now, your purpose. Thank you. And you're just like, damn, God, thank you. Like, that's all you can say. You got no words. You have no words to be able to express and explain what it is that God brought you through. You could never make another person fathom what God has done for you. You can't. Okay. So, we're going to just read this real fast. Okay. So, okay. Let's see. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold on a second. Oh, here it is. Okay. Prophecy is what we're talking about, right? Okay. So, earth angels, this is what you were sent to do. Okay? And he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true. And the Lord God of the holy prophets sent his angel to show unto his servants the things which must shortly be done. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. Then saith he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book, worship God. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. Now, when it talks about sealing, right, a lot of people was trying to do that to you, earth angels. They were trying to shut you up. They were trying to block your throat chakra. They were trying to do work on your communication. They were trying to mess with your platform. And in the book it says, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book. That is a transgression. That's what I just heard. Because what you speak is prophetic. What you speak is what God told you in reference to this book to say to his people, or to people, however you want to look at this, right? But this is a very divine purpose. And if people have been trying to silence you, to shadow ban you, all of these people who had hands to play in trying to seal up within you what God was telling you to pour out into others, transfer. Okay, and I'm just going to leave it there. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And for earth angels, this is the hardest thing for us, is knowing the soul that a person, we see souls. A person coming to our reality, we scan them up and down. Well, I know I do. It's like as soon as I come across a person, it's like the eyes don't mean nothing, because eyes be weird. you know, and I don't really like looking people in their eyes because they be doing some weird shit, and I'm just too tapped in to be looking into somebody's eyes and reading their whole brain. Like, I ain't got time for that. So whatever the case, when people come into my energy, it's like I just be like, okay, all right, okay, or I'd be like, ugh, I don't know, I don't think so. That's just period. Okay. For a lot of you Earth angels, that's the hardest part, is that you can see the good in people. And some of you guys, you can see the bad in people, but the good that's wanting to come through. Like, you can see the inner battles of people. And this is why you're an Earth angel. You're empathic. You know when there is someone who is just a shitty person that ain't trying to do right, that don't want to change, don't want to heal, just want to play games and be weird. You know that. But you also know someone who is in a bad space that has the potential to turn their life around, to be a good person. And these are the people that you get stuck on. You get stuck on, some of you guys, God told you not to fall in love with your assignment. There's something here where you guys are meant to master the art of detachment. Because again, I used to work in human service, right? I used to take care of all the stuff. It's just who I am. When we have a calling of loving on people and nurturing people, we can get attached. And God says, I understand that you have a natural love for helping, for healing. Your assignment in this part of your purpose, pay attention, is to give the love through the healing and keep moving. You can't, again, like I said, make people change. People will change because they want to. And some of you guys, you are the gift to people that will show them that they have a change to make. And those people will change. There are people that are changing because of you. There are people who are seeing themselves as higher individuals because of you. There are people that are learning, they're just on the wrong path and don't have a fucked up life. There are people that are forgiving past transgressions because they've seen what you have gone through and how you have so gracefully let go. You are an inspiration. You are a muse. Okay? That is how God is using you. God is using you as the muse, not these people. Okay. And behold, I come quickly. Remember I said yesterday when you guys pray, God come like immediately, instantaneously? Okay. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Whatever you worked, that's what you get. Everything your hands touches turns to gold. Only if you deserve gold. How do you know you deserve gold? Well, what have you been working on? What have you been allowing your hands to touch? Okay. Everyone does not get the gold. That's what God says. I don't know. I'm just channeling. Okay. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. You're talking about them gates. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters. Oh, God. Sorry. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them in this world. Anyways, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. The devil. So I, Jesus, have sent mine angel, earth angels, that is you, to testify unto you these things in the churches. The churches are not buildings. The churches are where people gather to commune. So, y'all are my church. The church is the collective, the community. Okay? I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Star card, the chosen one. And the Spirit and the bride say, come. And let him that heareth say, come. And let him that is athirst come. And whosoever will let him take the water of life freely. The water of life is the healing, the restoration. Okay. You guys took that freely. No one forced you to heal. You did it freely. Okay? For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. So, take away from, it'll be taken from you. You don't get to take little bits and pieces of this book. You take the book for what it is, meaning chosen ones. You take the journey for what it is. It's going to be good, bad, ugly. You stay strong. But for these people that have been trying to take from you the prophecy that was given to you, God shall take away their part in the book of life and out of the holy city and from things which are written in this book. So all the blessings and the glory and the grace that this book says that people will receive from God, from the universe, from the heavens, from whatever, they don't get that. I said, when I posted what I posted, I be channeling. Everything I post is not about me. I can say it's not about me. I can say we, it doesn't have nothing to do with me. Confirmation. I can say a story, it's not my story. I'm a channeler. I'm a medium. Okay. So with that being said, he which testifieth these things saith, surely I come quickly. How many of y'all can testify to the fact that when you pray, God comes quickly? Okay. Those of y'all? Okay. Even so, come. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you all. Amen. So, changing of the tides is here. That's what I heard. All right, that's what I got. That was a revelation. Revelation is that, listen, we've all had to take control and authority of our life. The emperor is sitting in an energy, man or woman. We're going to talk about this being anyone who is in their divine purpose and or mission at this time. I feel like now it is time to take action on your purpose. We know you're the empress. We know you're the emperor. Whatever, flip-flop, switch the roles because you do it, knowingly or unknowingly, okay? I feel like a lot of you chosen ones, you're being called to take action in your purpose at this time, or your purpose is waking you up to take action towards something. You are being guided. You have guidance. You have power. You have authority. Okay? And this authority, this power, this guidance comes from Source. This has been given to you because of your work. This has been given to you because of your faith. This has been given to you because of the level of anointing over your life. Okay? A lot of you guys, you're ascending. You just ascended. Okay? Give me some signs before I go. Give me some energies of signs of people that I may be talking to. Of course, I know. A Leo is coming through. What up, my fellow Leos? Let these people know Leos is the one that brings the passion. They want to play games with a Leo. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so who else do we have coming in? Who else is in this energy most high that you want to shout out and let them know that you are proud? Let's see what God wants to say. We got a Virgo. Give me some more signs of people that God you may be speaking to right now so they can have confirmation in their soul and spirit. Because I feel like these people, you guys are very, very much so where you're meant to be, where you're supposed to be right now. I can't make it up. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Whatever. Okay, thank you. There's a Sagittarius out there. So we got a Virgo here. We got a Cancer. We got a Leo. We got a Sagittarius. And we got the Wheel of Fortune. Destiny is at play. And we got the Judgment. And we have a Taurus. So these are the people that are in their calling in or their purpose right now. Okay? We got a Taurus. We got a Sagittarius that God's talking to. We have a Leo God is talking to. We got a Cancer God is talking to. And we got a Virgo God is talking to. And that's the truth. Okay? And that's all I got. That's what I got. Those are the people that God wanted to pretty much let know that you are where you're supposed to be. You are doing what you are being guided to do. And you are being appreciated. The universe is supporting you right now, okay? And guiding you toward victory and success. This is what you are manifesting. This is what you shall have. Okay, that's what I heard. And God says, this is all done. This is all done. It will be shown to you. And as soon as it is, there will be towers and new beginnings. All right? The prophecy is going to I was going to say refilled, whatever that means. The prophecy is going to be revealed to certain people in their life. That's powerful. Because I know when I got my portion of the prophecy, I was like, oh shit, wow, you know? And it was instantly like, damn, God, wow. But everybody's different. Continue to heal. Ooh, the Four of Swords is here. Continue to heal, God is saying. This is going to come through healing as well. Somebody's going to just be thinking that they're, spiritually clearing their energy, and they get a download, and God's like, yo. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. Listen to your intuition, though. Okay? For those of you guys who are being watched and seen, okay? Page of Swords. God wants you to know that you are an inspiration. You do have inspired passion, okay? And God wants you to continue to give these messages with the passion that you have been given, because He is telling you that there are people watching, okay? And they are depending on you to bring in, okay? Again, you are the witness to what God says is to happen. So if you're talking about bringing in these firm foundations, you got people that are waiting to witness the things that you say come to pass. So God says, continue to move with conviction and passion, because you got people that are watching you build this. Be the chosen star that God called you to be, and they are inspired and they are healing. And to every child of God that heals, there are blessings that come. So keep doing the work, okay? All of y'all, this is a collective effort. This is a collective effort. Everybody needs everybody else. Everybody needs everybody else. Everybody does. And when people start to realize that we don't live in this world by ourselves, then this new beginning that's really actually here, people will be able to actualize it more. We talk about divine prophecy. Talk about the new worlds. We talk about love being the highest vibration. It's here, and it's time, and it's now. And all things that are not love are going to be transmuted to the spiritual realm. And whatever that means from there is on whoever is in the energy. But balance is coming and being restored. Earth angels, continue to do what you are here to do. Continue to spread the good messages, continue to spread the healing, continue to touch individuals, each one teach one, continue to realize and understand that you are in this world, not of it, that you come through and you leave and you do what you got to do. You continue to be the divine inspiration. You continue to be the divine spark in the 3D reality. You continue to bless and uplift other individuals out of spaces that you needed to be blessed and uplifted out of. Each one teach one. Takes one to know one. Understand type energy. You can feel what others are going through because you have went through certain things in your life. Energy doesn't lie. Understand? So whatever you're feeling right now, collectively, to my earth angels, you're being guided to transmute the energy into something more light, something more positive. Okay? Because as we make this shift, what is naturally happening is there is a lot going on. It's easy for the energies to be everywhere. It's easy to be upset one moment, then happy the next. It's easy to, like, if you're like me, like, I'll be upset about something, right? And it's like I'll go to God and pray and I'll talk about it, and then it's like the next day the shit don't even matter, because it's like that's the connection. And sometimes what y'all need to realize is y'all be in situations and it's like you overanalyze, and all you need to do is go to God at the first sign of fear or lack or whatever, and it's instantly eradicated, because God is not the author of confusion. And this is what I wanted a lot of people to understand as well in my teaching, is that when you go to God, you're going to get the answer that you seek. You got to be open to hear it, though. You got to trust what you get. You got to not be able to try to change an answer that God is giving you. You have to take it for what it is. You can't ask God a question and then be mad at the answer. I mean, you can, but it's not going to change. So what I'm getting here in this energy is continue to take your cares, your worries, your problems, your fears to God. Stop going to people. There's something here about you chosen ones. You're too elevated. You're too tapped in. You're too connected to be in a space where you are going to someone else that you know is not as elevated as you to give you some form of uplifting. They can't do it. They can't do it. And that's no like negativity, that's no shade. It's just you gotta know who you are. And some of you guys are so ascended that yes, you are the only ones. But for those of us who are like that, we're not the only ones. See what I'm saying? We're not. And sometimes strangers show us more love than people that have known us our whole lives. The length of time we know a person means nothing. Time is an illusion, and that is something else y'all are being shown. Transmute the energy, Earth Angels, okay? You've planted beautiful, wonderful seeds. And you need to know that. This is a transition phase into this new reality, this new way of being, this new way of thinking. Look at the water going from choppy to smooth. Look at you being covered and protected. Okay? Look at you. And then there's your children, covered and protected. So whatever you got going on right now, whatever anyone was wanting to be your reality, you're moving out of it and you're moving into another chapter of your life, another book, whatever you want to call it. The revelation for you was you would get out of what you were going through when you surrendered to what it was. And what you were going through, what every chosen person has gone through. But on the other side of the fear, on the other side of the scared, on the other side of the worry, on the other side of the sadness, comes the peace that surpasses all understanding. Comes the joy that only comes from knowing that you deserve it. There's people out here that need to stop acting like they don't deserve more than they're getting. You deserve it. You deserve all the good that you put out. So move forward knowing what you're going toward, you deserve it. Hold your head up.